My name is Matthew White, and I'm a 911 dispatcher in Smith County, Tennessee. As a 911 dispatcher, when a wreck happens, there are many questions that have to be asked by the EMD protocol that is used in Smith County, Tennessee. EMD is Emergency Medical Dispatcher. So, imagine yourself riding down the road one day, and as you go down the road, you're minding your own business, and all of a sudden you hear a loud crunch of metal. When you turn your head and look to see what the loud crunch of metal is, you see two vehicles that have hit head on. One vehicle has slipped 3 or 4 times, and the other vehicle has spun around 180 degrees and facing the other oncoming traffic that is coming at the vehicle. There are some questions that EMD protocol demands that dispatchers ask. Those questions are: where is the vehicle at? What are the conditions of the vehicle? And what are the conditions of the people that were involved in the accident? Why is it critical to know where the accident has happened? It is critical to know where the accident happened so that you can send out the correct personnel. Sending out the correct personnel is also called paging out. When you page out a ambulance, you want to send out the closest ambulance to the scene of the accident. The reason you want to send out the closest ambulance to the scene of the accident is because time really matters in a life or death situation. If someone is pinned inside that vehicle, which will go with the conditions of the vehicle, in Smith County we send out a unit called 680. 680 is our extrication unit, and that unit is equipped with the Jaws of Life, which is a piece of equipment that is used to cut the metal of a vehicle so they can remove the top of the vehicle and get the person out safely. They say that pulling the person away from the vehicle is better than pulling the vehicle away from the person. So, in that case, that knowing the condition of the vehicle is very critical because if someone is pinned inside, they have to be able to get them out to do CPR if they are not breathing. If they are not breathing, that would go along with the condition of the people involved in the accident. Knowing whether or not they are breathing helps the dispatcher to look to the EMD protocol card and go through the steps of CPR. If a dispatcher has to go through the steps of CPR, it is very critical that the person on the line stay calm. As the person on the line is accessing the people that have been involved in the accident and one is not breathing, the dispatcher will immediately start walking them through CPR. As the dispatcher starts doing CPR, it is a long and drawn out process, but it could save the person's life in the end. However, if no one is injured inside the vehicle, you immediately, as a 911 dispatcher, have to cancel 680, which is the extrication unit. So, in conclusion, as a wreck happens and you call 911, the first 3 or 4 questions that are asked are a mandatory set of questions that are demanded to be asked by EMD. EMD demands that you ask these questions because they are the most important questions at the time. Those questions will be: where's the wreck at? What are the condition of the vehicles? And are the vehicles still on the roadway? If the vehicles are still on the roadway, it is very critical to know that so that you could even call out law enforcement if you had to have them use traffic control for you. So, as law enforcement comes and does traffic control, and you have 680 en route to the location of the accident, and you send out the closest ambulance to the scene of the accident, you're using all of the demanded questions of EMD to their full potential whenever you're asking where is it at, the conditions of the vehicle, and also are the vehicles still on the road.